The FDA has approved what is being referred to as the female version of Viagra, but it's actually very different from Viagra. Now, the drug is going to be referred to as Addyi, and I guess the clinical term for it is flibanserin, okay? And the way
that sounds really sexy.
Yeah. Hey, baby, you want to take some flibanserin? Flibanserin. It's very difficult to say, but for the sake of this conversation, I'm going to continue calling it Addyi. So unlike Viagra, which helps men get and keep an erection by directing blood flow to that area of the body, this new drug is actually designed to help boost a woman's psychological desire for sex. To do that, this drug is actually taken daily, so you can't take it one day when you decide you want to have sex. Over time, and can affect the levels of certain chemicals in the brain. What it does is it taps into the dopamine in a woman's brain and hopefully encourages her to engage in sex. Because oftentimes, when women abstain from sex, they don't really want to have sex, it is for psychological reasons. It's not for physical reasons. And so you kind of got to get in the mood, and it's difficult to do that. And if you got those dopamine spikes, then all of a sudden you're like, let's get it in, you know?
Okay. All right, so this is really interesting, and it goes to show what we've known for a long time. For men, all your erogenous zone is down there. You know, it doesn't take much. You know, a little stimulation, and the guy's like, "Yeah, what's happening? I'm in." Okay, what's going on, right? For a woman, you have to stimulate her mind, which for guys is generally a giant pain in the ass. Right? Yeah. But this drug is going to help you along theoretically, right? And so it's not like, and they tried this. They tried giving the real Viagra to women to see if the blood flow down there would help. And they're like, no, that's for women, that's not it. It's all in your brain.
It is all in your brain.
So what I find hilarious is the two things that they try to trigger for women.
Yeah.
One is dopamine, get them in a happy mood, like, oh yeah, everything's going great, right? And the other is norepinephrine, which affects the parts of your brain that control a person's attention and respond to the things in the environment. So it basically makes you pay attention to the guy in front of you, okay? So it goes, hey, over there, that guy, and then it makes you happy, like, like, wait, do I want to have sex with him? I guess.
You know what's so funny? That when it comes to sex, according to all of this research, women tend to have some ADD, right? Where it's like, I can't focus. Yeah, I know, exactly. That was another thing. Addyi, I mean, that's the short term for Adderall. And by the way, Adderall, I hear from friends, can actually increase your libido, like, because it also impacts your dopamine. It makes you very focused. And some people are like ravenous on it.
So this is interesting because what they've done in essence is actually invent the Spanish fly that we'd heard about when we were kids, right? Here's how you turn a woman on. You put it in a drink. And then, like, when you think about it, I'm going to take it to a dark spot for a second, okay? But so it gets the woman in the mood, and one of the side effects is it could have you faint, right? Especially if you take it with alcohol, right?
It lowers your blood pressure.
It's a drug kind of tailor-made for Bill Cosby.
Don't say that.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying? But okay, now the thing is, what's interesting about it is that they flipped it. It empowers women. Or at least it's supposed to. I know they're in it for a buck, don't get me wrong, right? But like in the old days, like the idea is women don't want to have sex. You got to slip the Spanish fly into their drink to turn them on, because of course they don't want to be turned on, right? Now in the new world, they're like, women, if you want to be turned on, take the drug. Well, I like that world a lot better.
Yeah, look, I like that there are options. I feel a little dubious about this drug, to be completely honest with you. I totally understand that for women, the psychological component of sex is difficult. And when you've been with the same person for a long time, it's kind of hard for you to, you know, get a mental erection for that person. Like,
well, that's an interesting image. And by the way, of course, that's true for men and women, right? I saw the story that you and Becca did when I was out about how if a guy sees a new woman in porn, the quality of his sperm and his balls is higher, okay?
Balls.
Right.
And he ejaculates faster.
Yeah, but that's amazing. Even your balls know that's a new woman. Everybody get excited. Send in the good troops.
Yes.
Okay, now it's also true for women. So if you want to take this to get you in the mood, God bless, if it works.
But you have to take it every day. It's not like Viagra where you're thinking you might have sex later on, so you take the pill and that's it. You have to take it every day, which makes me worry, because when you're playing with the dopamine levels in your brain, it could have long term effects, okay?
That's right.
Also, let's talk about how effective this drug actually is, all right? So, though it was effective in trials in raising the number of times a woman has satisfying sex, which the scientists label as satisfying sexual episodes, it didn't improve sexual desire, the very thing the drug was designed to do.
Oops.
So women in the trials taking the drug saw an increase in the number of times they had satisfying sex from roughly 2.8 times a month to an average of 4.5 times a month. So that's an increase about 1.7 times. However, some women were taking placebos. Women taking a placebo saw their number of these satisfying sexual episodes rise from an average of 2.7 per month to 3.7, an increase of 1. So a lot of it, as we all know, is mental. And so I feel like as a woman, you can convince yourself to get in the mood, right? And it takes a lot of, mental.
I like that you got to work really hard. God, guys are so simple. Women are difficult.
Why?
Because guys, you touch it. Yeah, I'm in the mood. What's up? Okay. For women, like, you got to do mental gymnastics.
Mental gymnastics. That's what I was looking for.
You're working out. Like, okay, think dick. Okay, all right. Here we go. And that's not going to do it either, of course, right? Think romantic thoughts. I like the guy. The dopamine, the epinephrine, the da-da-da-da-da-da. It's exhausting. Let's try the pill.
But here's the thing that's amazing, Cenk, and this is so true of women. It's not that these women don't enjoy sex. They actually like sex, and when they have it, they're loving it. The hardest part, they're loving it. The hardest part is trying to get yourself in the mood. And so, like, my advice is, because I know all about this, like, I've been there, right? My advice is just, even if you're not feeling it, just go for it.
Go for it.
Like allow that little diddle, right? And then before you know it, you're like, I'm about it. And then you're into it.
About it.
Don't put stuff in your body every single day just to increase your sexual desire. We're all stressed out. We all go through stuff. All you need is like something to rev up your engine a little bit. Just kind of push yourself a little bit and it'll be fine. And by the way, I'm not advocating for women who don't want to have sex to force themselves to have sex. I'm just saying, you guys get what I'm saying.
You're in a relationship, you want to have fun.
Yes.
You want to have a satisfying sexual episode.
Yeah.
And that's always what I've called it.
Yeah.
After I've been with a woman, I'm like, you know what? I do declare, Sandy, that was a sexually satisfying episode we just had.
Right.
Okay, now finally, Anna's right on the science of this, right? So what's interesting is that once women actually have the sex, they're quite satisfied.
They like it.
So that's not the issue. Even for the women who have what they call hypoactive sexual desire disorder, that means they've got a headache and they really don't want to do it tonight, right? They don't actually have a headache. They're not in the mood, right? But once they push past that, if they actually do have the sex, they have fun. They have an orgasm. They have a satisfying experience. But even though they know that, earlier, they're like just not in the mood. And that's what makes us different. And that's amazing. I'm not sure drugs are the right answer. I'm with Anna. But knowing that, being armed with that knowledge, maybe it does help you. Because the whole point is to make sure women are having fun, right? So you know that, hey, I know I might not be in the mood because of the chemicals, et cetera, but I know that if I start, I'm actually going to have a ton of fun.
Yeah.
So if you said to me, hey, Cenk, go to play basketball, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tired, not in the mood. But if you go there, I guarantee you a great time. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll go.
Yeah,
right?
It's true. It's true. All right, so you guys make a decision for yourselves. I'm just saying.
One small thing, here's the thing. So, like, it's the same thing we've been saying. So, someone's having a bad day, man or woman. Woman's like, I've had a bad day, I don't want anything to do with any of this. Guy's like, I've had a bad day, what I need is this. It's a total opposite reaction to it. Oh, such a bad day, you know what I need? Never on a bad day, at least for most women. I'm generalizing like crazy, I understand.
No, you're not. Guys are so simple, man.
I think you guys...
Good day, bad day. What difference does it make?
I think you guys overemphasize the sexual desire of men. You guys make it seem like every dude is down to get it in at any time. I think a lot of guys are, but there are also lots of guys out there who experience a decrease in their libido because of certain stresses in their lives as well.
Okay. I'm going to be a dick here, but it's true, right? Yeah, okay, take that same guy who had a tough day and he's got a decrease in libido and then give him a hot new girl. And, okay.
I fucking hate dudes. Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
She's done.
I'm done.
She's done with you guys.